Hello everyone, let's prevent a solution given this nice exponential equation, which is 8 to the power x subtract 2. This is equal to 48. So what is the value of x? Now solution, we have that 8 to the power x subtract 2, which is equal to 48. 8 to the power x subtract 2, this is actually in the form of 8 to the power n subtract m, which you can express as 8 to the power n divided by 8 to the power m. Now applying this indices identity, we'll have 8 to the power x divided by 8 to the power 2. This should give us a value of 48. Okay. Now we'll have 8 to the power x. Okay, 48 is our whole number. So if you cross multiply here, we'll have 8 to the power x. This is equal to 8 to the power 2 multiplying by 48. Okay. So to solve for the value of x, we introduce the natural logarithm on both sides. As follows, we'll have log 8 to the power x. This is equal to log 8 to the power 2 multiplying by 48. Okay, so we'll have log 8 to the power x. This is actually in the form of log a to the power n, which you can express as n log a. Okay, applying this power property, log 8 to the power x becomes x log 8. This is equal to log. Now this is 8 to the power 2 multiplying by 48. We divide both sides by log 8. Okay, so that now we'll have x as, simplify here, log 8 and log 8 simplifies, so that we'll have x is equal to log. Okay, this is 8 to the power 2 multiplying by 48 divided by log 8. Okay, so as you can see here, we can express 48 basically as 8 multiplied by 6. Okay, and we can express further, 8 can be expressed as 2 to the power 3, and we can express 6 as 2 multiplied by 3. So that means that 48 can be expressed as 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. So let's substitute this. So we'll have x is equal to log, we'll have 2 to the power 3 for the first 8 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3 multiplied by 2, okay, multiplying by 48, which is 2 to the power 3, multiplying by 2, multiplying by 3, all of this divided by log 2 to the power 3. Okay, now let's proceed. Now as you can see, log 2 to the power 3 multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2 to the power 3, multiplying by 2 times 3. This is actually in the form of log a times b, which is in the form of log a plus log b. Now let's apply this logarithm property, so that we'll have, applying this logarithm identity, we'll have x, this is equal to, now we have log, this is 2 to the power 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So we'll have log 2 to the power 6 divided by log 2 to the power 3. Okay, plus we'll have log 2 to the power 3 divided by log 2 to the power 3 plus log 2 divided by log 2 to the power 3 plus we'll have log 3 divided by log 2 to the power 3. Okay, so I can write this nicely as log 2 to the power 6 divided by log 2 to the power 3 plus log 2 to the power 3 divided by log 2 to the power 3 plus we'll have log 2 divided by log 2 to the power 3, and lastly log 3 divided by log 2 to the power 3. Okay, so let's proceed further. Simplifying this further, we'll have x is equal to, now log 2 to the power 6, applying the power rule property, log 2 to the power 6 becomes 6 log 2 divided by log 2 to power 3, which becomes 3 log 2, plus log 2 to power 3 becomes 3 log 2, divided by log 2 to power 3, again, which is 3 log 2, okay, plus log 2 divided by log 2 to power 3, which is actually 3 log 2, plus, now we have log 3 divided by, this is log 3 divided by log 2 to power 3, which becomes 3 log 2. So let's simplify here by 3 1, by 3 2. So we'll have x is equal to 2 plus, now here log 2 and log 2 simplifies and 3 also simplify. So this is plus 1 plus, now we have log 2 divided by 3 log 2, so log 2 simplifies, so plus a third plus, now here we'll have log 3 divided by 3 log 2, which is basically a third log 3 divided by log 2. So now we'll have x is equal to 2 plus 1, which is 3. So we have 3 plus a third plus, now a third. Now log 3 divided by log 2, actually this is in the form of log a divided by log b, which you can express as log a to base b. Now applying this logarithm property, it follows that x is equal to 3 plus a third, okay, plus a third log 3 to base 2. So now that means that the value of x here is equal to 3 plus a third. This is the same thing as 10 divided by 3 plus a third log 3 to base 2. And since a third is common, we can express x as equal to a third into the parentheses 10 plus log 3 to base 2. Now this is the value of x. This is the value of x. Now let's verify that this value of x actually satisfies the equation following the following steps as follows. Let's verify that this value of x, which is a third, into the parentheses 10 plus log 3 to base 2 actually satisfies the equation. Now if you recall, we end at 8 to the power x subtract 2. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. Alright? Now, we're simplifying this further. 8 to the power x subtract 2. We're simplifying this as 8 to the power x divided by 8 to the power 2, applying the identity that 8 to the power n minus m, this is the same thing as a to the power n divided by 8 to the power m. Applying these indices identity, that's why we have this 8 to the power x divided by 8 to the power 2, which is essentially supposed to give us a value of 48. Now, let's substitute this. Now, we'll have 8 to the power x, which is a third, into the parentheses 10 plus log 3 to base 2 divided by 8 to the power 2. 8 squared, this is the same thing as 64. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. Okay, let's check if this is true. Now, we can express 8. 8 can be expressed as 2 to the power 3. So, let's substitute this. We'll have 2 to the power 3 multiplied by a third into the parentheses 10 plus log 3 to base 2, okay, divided by 64. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. Let's simplify here by 3 by 3. So you'll have 10 to the power 10 plus log 3 to base 2 divided by 64. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. We'll check if that is true. Let's proceed. 2 to the power 10 plus log 3 to base 2. This is actually in the form of a to the power n plus m, which you can express as 8 to the power n multiplied by 8 to the power m. Now, applying this identity, we'll have 2 to the power 10 multiplied by 2 to the power log 3 to base 2, okay? Divide everything here by 64. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. Now, as you can see, 2 to the power 10, 2 to the power 10, this is the same thing as 16 multiplying by 16 multiplying by 4. Okay, so 16 times 16, this is 256 times 4, and this is equal to 1024. Okay, this is equal to 1024. So this means that we'll have 1024 multiplying by 2 to power log 3 to base 2 divided by 64. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. 2 to power log 3 to base 2. This is actually in the form of m raised to power log a to base m, which is equal to a. So that means that 2 to power log 3 to base 2, this is essentially equal to 3. Okay, so substituting the value of 2 to power log 3 to base 2, which is equal to 3, this means we'll have 1024, okay, multiplying by 3 divided by 64. This is supposed to give us a value of 48. All right, so let's simplify here. By 64 1, by 64 16. So we'll have 16 times 3, which is actually 48, and that means that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Okay, and that essentially affirms that the value of x, which is a third, into the parentheses 10 plus log 3 to base 2 actually satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.